where we need to keep track the date, right? So whenever you run the pipeline, then you have to keep track the maximum date. You already process the data. And in order to do this, then we need the SQL task. So SQL task here to query all the data in the topic and to look for the maximum date and store it into the variable. Okay, so then we use here is SQL task before we go with the data flow task. Okay, so now I define here is execute SQL task first to get the maximum date, and then go to the data flow task to choose insert date. Okay, so in the execute SQL task, we need to choose the result set as a single row because we want to return maximum date from a topic. So this is we return the SQL row and the connections. So to the topic. So now I choose company X, and then I write a SQL statement. So in this SQL statement, we want to get the maximum date from the topic. Then that means those new rows or change row whose modified days greater than the maximum date in the topic, then we process them. That's the idea. Okay, and how to get the maximum modified date for the topic? Yeah, very hard to write. Select max of the modified date, right? From the table. So let's say the target from DBO dot product target. Okay, and then if we stop here, then what is the column name of the return table?
Modify the date.
So you think that is a modified date, but let's check it from SQL Server.
Or no name.
Yeah, so it's saying no name, unknown column.
A name.
So you see now no column name. Then you cannot reference to this column. So then we have to put a name to it. So here how to put a name of the column?
Just put the name next to the column or use the keyword as.
Yeah, use the keyword as must be. Okay. Now this query will be executed and return the value like you see it from the SQL Server, this value. That means the maximum days for all the rows in the target. And then we will store this return value into one variable so that we can reference it. And you move to the result set and we declare one variable. So this is the name of the column returned by the SQL statement. That is must date. And we map it to a variable name. So we declare a new one. So let's say this is the var max date. So this is variable max date. And the value type maybe string or date type. So this depends on what you want to store. So let's say the date. Do we have any date type? Yeah. And you may provide the default value. So let's say I just put it like 01, 2024. It's just a default one, maybe just to fulfill the requirement. Okay, now we now declare this SQL task just to select the maximum date in the target table and then store that value to the variable named var max date. Then we can run the data flow task. Okay, and in this data flow task, we need to declare the product source G2. So then we use the SQL, OLE DB source. Where is it? Okay, here. Then we look for the DB or product source G2 as a source. And let's check the data. Okay, so you can access the data. That's good enough. Okay, then what's next? We need to check the condition here. And which component for us to check the condition? Last time we used conditional split, right? To choose the row satisfying a particular condition. So we say, okay, now I will check. This one is okay, and in the check data, we perform that condition. Modify it greater than. So any columns with the modified it, then greater than the variable. So the variable you can find here, user var max date, right? So then we do it. And maybe we try to make sure the data type. Okay, so then we apply the typecast. So the typecast here, they have the data for date, within the date. Okay, then we convert this value to date. And then we also use the send function. Okay, so now we will say the output flow will be change data. Okay, so then the default will be set data. Or maybe unchanged data. Okay, so now if you retrieve the changed data, then what could we do? What's the next step? We are now here. So what should we do now? How can you know that the data is existed or not existed in the target? How can we know? Let's say you have 20 products.